What's up, everybody? It's Nate K here with SuperGeekFit.com with 10 tasty tips on how to start eating healthier. Tip number 1, take charge of breakfast time. Breakfast, my favorite meal of the day, and often an overlooked meal. It's seriously one of the most important meals of the day. If you do it right, it starts your day off right, and it's definitely a metabolism booster. Breakfast is kind of tough though, because most of us don't get up in time to actually do anything about it. So what do? Well, it's very important to plan ahead so that you don't end up at Mickey D's or something like that eating whatever trash they're willing to throw out the window at you. So if you plan ahead, buy something easy. You can also check out some online recipes like pre-made quiches or mini muffins or something like that. Something that's healthy though, not a whole bunch of sugary crap. I personally have a shake every morning. I make it out of an organic pea protein, a little bit of black coffee extract, some gluten-free steel-cut oats, peanut butter powder like PB squared or PB Fit or something like that. It's a very fast way to get everything I need, plus a little bit of caffeine boost, and then I am out the door. So like a smoothie or a shake is a really good breakfast option. But tip number 1 is make sure you take care of breakfast time the right way. Tip number 2, eat more veggies. You have to make good friends with veggies if you're going to improve your health and if you're going to improve your lifestyle. Vegetable matter is an excellent bulking agent so that you're a little bit full. It increases satiety or the feeling of fullness. It's also really important to have that much fiber because it slows down the way that your body processes things. And it seems a little bit backwards, but when your body processes things slowly, it has more time to absorb all the nutrients from it. So make sure that you make good friends with vegetables. That's tip number 2. Tip number 3 is take advantages of herbs and spices that are available to you. First of all, you want to make sure that you buy the organic ones, because when they're not organic, then they've been dosed with a whole mess of radiation, and they basically have destroyed anything that's good for you in them, and they don't smell or taste as good. But using a lot of herbs and spices in your meals, in your cooking, can be a very low calorie, low fat way to increase the flavor profile of just about anything out there. Plus, since the dawn of ancient civilization, man has used herbs and spices as like a medicinal. So there are a lot of different compounds in most herbs and spices that are basically medicine. So you'll be protecting your body from a lot of the bad stuff that's out there, plus avoiding fat and sugar by increasing the flavor profile of anything that you make in the kitchen in a safe and a very healthful way. Tip number 4, and this sounds a little backward too, but make sure you use small amounts of fat. Fat isn't actually the thing that's worst for you. What's worst for you is added sugar. But when you add a little bit of fat to things, good fats like, coconut oil, avocado oil, even like clarified butter is really good for you. Like grass-fed, grass-finished butter, Kerrygold, stuff like that is still really good for you. Your body needs fat to cushion its joints, to insulate things, to make the sheaths around nerves so that they conduct well, as opposed to a piece of crap. Plus, fat in your diet, fat in your foods, increases the feeling of satiety, so you don't want to eat as much. Tip number 5, increase heart-healthy foods. Things like brown rice, salmon, sweet potato, spinach. These are all relatively affordable and easy to cook things that you can add to your daily intakes that's going to decrease your chances of heart disease, decrease your cholesterol, increase good cholesterol, and it'll help to moderate the effects of any sugars that are in your diet, which of course cuts down your chances of getting diabetes. Tip number 6, make sure you choose the lean option, but not the horrible option. There are plenty of lean options out there, lean meats and things like that, or lean meals in general if you're at a restaurant or something like that still taste pretty good. Don't go for the gross, really lousy cardboard options that are out there. You still want to be able to enjoy your food. So the lean option doesn't have to be the miserable option. Tip number 7, and this one's a big one, use your weekends to meal prep for the rest of the week. That way you're completely prepared for anything that could happen, and you're way less likely to roll up into the gas station and eat a bunch of crap that's just out of convenience. If you spend Sunday shopping at the grocery store and then putting together some meals, maybe just the last few hours of the day, then your meal prep should be good at least for the beginning of the week. I mean, I would think you could at least get 4 days worth of meal prep done in a few hours. I'll generally spend Sunday doing 4 days worth of meals for myself and my wife, and then on Friday we'll usually go out or we'll splurge a little bit. But if you spend your weekends doing a little meal prepping, it'll save you on the end, not only from eating crappily, but also from purchasing too much stuff and spending too much money. Tip number 8 for eating healthier, and this one's kind of not really like eating healthier, but implementing intermittent fasting. So what is an intermittent fast? Well, it's any period of time for multiple hours where you're not eating. So the easiest way to do it would be to, let's say if you're getting up at 8 in the morning, well, stop eating by 8 at night, and then by the time you get up at 8 in the morning, you literally haven't eaten for 12 hours. How sweet is that? And most of the time you were actually asleep. Intermittent fasting is really good for your blood sugar. It reduces inflammation. It helps your body kind of clean itself out. And it also helps to control your appetite because your body starts to get used to being hungry so that you're not immediately hangry and automatically going for just about anything that you can get your hands on. So intermittent fasting is very, very good. Tip number 9 for eating healthier is make sure that you manage your portions correctly. So remember, you're going to use a closed fist size for carbs, an open palm size for vegetables on your plate, and then about a partially closed hand for your protein. If you use those measurements whenever you build a plate full of food, you can never go wrong. Notice, by the way, there's no portion size for desserts. Really, a dessert is a nice thing to have once in a while, but it really shouldn't be an expectation for every meal. You really don't need to have a dessert after lunch or after every dinner specifically, because that can really pack on the calories. And usually people have really big desserts after dinner, and that's probably the worst thing you can do because you're piling on a whole bunch of sweet and fattening stuff right before bedtime where it's just going to sit and not go anywhere. So remember, open palm for veggies, closed fist for carbs, and then a half open palm for your meats and stuff like that, and try to skip out on the dessert just about every time. Tip number 10 for eating healthier, use a meal planning tool. There are plenty of meal planning apps online and things like that. You can also check out the Super Geek Fit 21-Day Challenge. That's on our masterclass. Or you can pick up the SGF Super Tracker, and there's a YouTube video that's on our... And I have a YouTube video about that on the channel that you can check out, and you can download it from there. Anyway, that was 10 tips on how to eat healthier from your buddy at supergeekfit.com. Catch you guys later. Thanks for watching, Super Geeks. Don't forget to like and subscribe down below. And if you have anything to add, comment down at the bottom. If you have questions you need answered, go ahead and leave a comment. Or you can hit us up at fit@supergeekfit.com. Unleash the geek. Catch ya later.